Welcome to another video, guys. So big news yesterday, NEU sent out a lot of rejections, but a lot of you guys may be thinking that this is a mass rejection. This is the video to actually know more about that. Is it a mass rejection? Did they even send out any admits? Why is this the case that such universities, such reputable universities that were always sending out a lot of admits, are now sending rejects? All of this will be clarified within this video. So if you have applied to NEU, or if you are thinking of applying to the Northeastern University in the future terms, you should continue watching. Alright guys, so to begin with, all I'm going to do is I'm going to go onto Google and I'm going to write down NEU admits rejects, and once I do that, you will basically find the first link over here, recent admits and rejects from Northeastern University. It's the YMGrad link. I'm going to open that up, and that's going to take us directly to the website with all the admits and rejects for the Northeastern University. You see that we did not have to apply any filters, etc, etc. Of course, if you are directly on YMGrad first, then you can search for NEU over here, and then you can apply the NEU filter. It's the same thing either way. Okay, now coming back to the admits and rejects. These are the ones that have recently been out for the Northeastern University. Now, what is going on? Let's just see over here, okay? Bird's eye view, we can see that people who apply to electrical and computer engineering with a decent enough GPA, no work experience, no research papers, have gotten in with zero funding, okay? Good profiles, decent profiles. You can actually take a look at their profiles by going on to their profile page, just clicking on to their name, and then you can see their resume as well in most cases, right? Apart from that, there are other people who applied to computer science right over here, and the GPA was a little bit lower than you would expect. So of course, at the end of the day, the admit did not come, even though they had 6 months of work experience and one research paper. Right now, what I want to do over here is, guys, look, I'm going to be explaining all of this to you first off, but what I think is maybe we can do a plotting of a chart or something that, you know, based on the GPA or based on the GRE scores, you will be able to see what kind of people with what kind of scores were able to go in, and it's going to be like a, you know, basically a plot with a lot of pointers or data pointers on it, right? So you can easily see, okay, this is the point, this is the threshold that I need to cross in terms of my GPA, this is the threshold that I need to cross in terms of my GRE score, right? That's something that we can do for you guys. If you want something like that, you can comment down below. We'll actually build charts out of all of this data so that you guys can actually see what you are getting yourself into. Continuing with the video again, we're gonna skip the applications. We're gonna look at only the admits and rejects over here. Right here you can see CS, Feb 11th, the rejection came. Feb 11th, a lot of people got the rejection from NEU, and they're thinking that it's a mass rejection. So this is the same reason. Again, this was actually a pretty good profile, 9 GPA, decent work experience, not too much, but still, you know, decent amount of research papers at least, right? And decent GRE score, IELTS score as well, but they got a rejection. Same thing you will see. Decent profiles have been rejected. Now, for AI programs, particularly, you know, 9.7 GPA, 3 research papers, 21 months of work experience, this profile is actually exceptional. So, you know, we can see definitely that, you know, students are still getting admits. Okay, even if when it comes to CS programs, you will see that a lot of rejections were sent out on the 11th of February, even to the stellar of profiles, most stellar profiles. You can see that for AI also some profiles did not get in, because again, the research papers matter a lot over here, especially for AI based programs, right? Then there's CS programs, again, even with a very great CGPA, they were not able to get in, right? Now, when it comes to a couple of people who actually did get the admits, even though, you know, you would think that it's a mass rejection, I see that there are very few people with admits as well. For instance, over here, 3.75 out of 4, decent GRE, pretty great TOEFL score actually, and research papers are also very important. I think one of the major important things that we can take away from this video are that people who are getting the admits do have quite a lot of research papers onto their name, and I'm guessing that they would be research papers that are reputable, published in reputable journals. You can actually go onto their profile page and you can view that on their resume. I'm not going to be doing that over here, not the scope of the video, but again, what you can do is you can carry out that research on your own. Again, AI program, you can see over here, research papers, work experience. That's generally the trend this year, right? Profiles not only need to have a GPA, they should also have research. They should also have a little bit of work experience. That's what's going on, right? You can see over here, less research papers, less GPA, straight rejection, right? Quantitative finance, a great profile, again, GPA, you know, and all of that, research papers. And again, you can see continuing with the same trend this year, you know, 8.12, no research papers, and then this one, GPA is too low, probably that's why they got the rejection over here. Again, GPA is decent, work experience is decent, but no research papers, data science. So you can see the more important criteria this year has been research papers. Right over here you will see that they got the admit, and a lot of people got it on the 8th of February, not just on the 11th. A lot of people got the admits on the 8th, by the way. So please keep that in mind. If they sent out rejections, and a lot of rejections on the 11th, it doesn't usually mean it's a mass rejection. It does mean that, okay, they had already sent out the admits as well previously. But again, the main point being that they have rejected a lot more applicants as compared to what they used to, basically. So the bar has definitely raised a little bit. That's really what's causing all of that havoc. A lot of people are telling me that no one got the admit, etc., etc. So no, it's not like that. We did see a couple of admits over here, but at the same point of time, I think that what carried out the most weightage was not only do you need to have work experience, but also research papers and a decent GPA. So they're looking for all rounders at this point of time. Why is it so competitive this year? Because if you really just scroll down and you see the previous year admits and rejects, you will see that NEU used to send out a lot more admits to profiles that were actually not even that great, you know, even compared to what kind of people have gotten rejections today, right? Similar profiles actually, you can see, had gotten admits last year. So basically, this is actually from this year only, by the way, but you can scroll down. There's a lot of decisions, so you can scroll down, you can see the last year ones. But again, the point being, the reason that all of this is happening is they don't really have a lot of seats. And why do they not have a lot of seats? Well, that's pretty obvious, because a lot of people from the fall 2021 term were not able to make it to the university in time. Now, personally, what I felt was, okay, a lot of people who enrolled with us for the visa applications, we were able to get them the visa in time, so they were able to fly out. But that may not have been the case with all the people. So certainly I do remember that fall 2021, it was a very difficult term for people in terms of their visas, and you know, it was really difficult to get the visa application appointment itself. You know, the consulate appointments were very hard to get, and once you do get them, you know, basically at that point of time only you can even go for the interview. So otherwise you couldn't even attend the interview. So a lot of people deferred because of that. And of course, fall 2020, since then it's going on, you know, people have been deferring just due to COVID. So maybe that is the reason, but again, no one can tell exactly what has been going on and why the bar has raised. But NEU certainly has raised the bar this year. And yeah, again, it's not a mass rejection, but you can actually compare. There's a lot of data over here. All right, I hope this video helps. If you got a reject, do not take it personally. It may just be that they had a very limited amount of seats this year, and even though you estimated based on the past profiles and past admits and rejects that, okay, you should have gotten in, well, sometimes it just happens that you are unlucky. It really cannot be classified as anything more than that. All right, so go ahead. That's why we apply to multiple universities, not just one. You know, apply to more universities. Right now also some applications are open, just in case you're worried, and we hope to see you with a lot of great admits in the future. If you got an admit, of course, congratulations. That's a great admit. And yes, NEU is actually a pretty great place to be, but do wait for more better admits as well. Right, make sure to follow me on Instagram for much more quicker updates. We actually sent out an update on NEU much earlier on our Instagram page regarding this video, and in terms of future videos also, we continue to do that. So hopefully I hope to see you over there, and subscribe to the channel for more such future videos. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye and take care.